The American R&B star Chris Brown has been remanded in custody after he appeared in court today.
Huge media interest in this case, but Chris Brown managed to evade the cameras, arriving here in a prison van.
Now, the American R&B singer Chris Brown has been remanded in custody after appearing in court in Manchester.
And then he was taken back into custody. His next due date in court is on June the 13th.
Charged with grievous bodily harm. The 36-year-old and former boyfriend of Rihanna's is accused of attacking a man.
According to The Sun, a music producer is accusing Brown of an unprovoked ambush at the trendy London nightclub Tape.
Now, the US rapper is charged with grievous bodily harm with intent following an alleged incident.
Certain things or decisions that I made, I wouldn't have thought that would have been in my character.
In a nightclub with using a bottle against a music producer at the Tape nightclub in London in 2023. The legal team argued for bail.
I don't know which way is up, which way is down.
Who overspilled into a court annex. Chris Brown spoke only to confirm his date of birth, his name and address.
Brown's believed to have arrived to the area on his private jet just hours earlier.
Courtroom was packed, mostly with media, but also fans.
Investigators tell ET an arrest happened just after 2 a.m. on Thursday.
Now, Chris Brown flew back to the UK on Wednesday. That is the first time he has returned.
Chris Brown just walked into a UK prison, and nobody saw it coming. What was supposed to be another stop on his world tour turned into a legal disaster, costing millions and throwing his future into chaos. Arrested on site, denied bail, and now facing serious time. This isn't just another celebrity controversy. It might be the moment everything changes for Breezy. But how did we get here? And what really happened that night in London? When Chris Brown landed in the UK for his 2024 tour, he wasn't expecting a welcome from the police, but that's exactly what he got. Unbeknownst to many, including, allegedly, Chris himself, he was wanted in connection to an assault case dating back to February 2023. Within hours of arrival, the Metropolitan Police placed him under arrest. No warnings, no second chances. Just cold metal cuffs and a straight trip to jail. Fans held their breath, assuming he'd be released pending investigation. But the judge had other plans. Bail, denied, tour, suspended, and Chris remanded to custody, awaiting a court date set nearly a month later. According to police, the charge isn't minor. Chris Brown stands accused of inflicting grievous bodily harm with intent, a serious felony-level offense in the UK. The incident allegedly occurred at London's Tape nightclub, a hotspot for celebrities and artists. The victim, a lesser-known music producer, who claims he was struck in the head with a tequila bottle by Chris or someone in his entourage during an unprovoked attack. But it doesn't stop there. The man is demanding £16 million in damages, claiming the assault derailed his music career and cost him a shot at success. The scale of the claim has stunned even Brown's harshest critics. While Chris hasn't made a formal statement, his silence is fueling speculation. And the timing couldn't be worse. This isn't the first time Chris's name has been linked to violence. From the highly publicized assault of Rihanna in 2009 to countless altercations in clubs and events, Brown's reputation is complicated. In 2013, he was involved in another alleged assault at a Washington, D.C. hotel. Years later, his name appeared again in reports from Portugal, tied to another nightclub scuffle. While many of these situations never led to convictions, they formed a pattern critics won't let go. And now, prosecutors in the UK are reportedly reviewing these past cases. While they may not carry legal weight overseas, they're likely to influence how Chris is perceived in court. For thousands of fans, this arrest didn't just shake headlines, it shattered plans. Chris Brown's tour was poised to generate over $50 million globally. Venues across Europe were sold out. Some UK fans paid upwards of £300 per ticket, only to find out their idol won't be showing up. TikTok flooded with outraged concertgoers. Memes circulated of fans who saved up for months, now left with nothing but disappointment. Some joked that inmates would get the Chris Brown concert they were denied, behind bars. Behind the sarcasm, though, was genuine frustration. Tour dates are being canceled or rescheduled. Refunds remain uncertain, and the damage to Chris's reputation, both legally and commercially, could be permanent. Here's where it gets murky. According to several reports, it wasn't law enforcement actively monitoring Chris. It was the UK tabloid press that lit the fuse. When The Sun realized Chris Brown had arrived in Manchester, they contacted police to ask if he was under arrest. Within hours, officers showed up and made the arrest. Was this coincidence or a coordinated hit? Some fans think the media were waiting for him to slip up. Others believe law enforcement was simply slow to act, and the tabloids gave them the final push. Either way, it sparked outrage. Chris isn't new to public takedowns, but this time, it feels different. He wasn't caught in the act, he was caught in the system. During the hearing in Manchester, Chris stood in front of the magistrate with bleach blonde hair, sweatpants, and a black t-shirt, worlds away from his usual superstar image. The judge didn't mince words. The offense was too serious to be handled at that level. The case was immediately elevated to London's Southwark Crown Court, where more severe criminal matters are tried. Prosecutors described it as a deliberate, violent act. Because of Chris's ability to travel internationally, especially via private jet, he was considered a flight risk. The judge agreed. No bail, no exceptions. And here's the kicker. GBH with intent in the UK can carry a sentence of up to life in prison. That's not typical, but it underscores how serious this charge is. Before his arrest, Chris had shared an upbeat video promoting the tour, thanking fans, and announcing extra dates. Just days later, those same fans were watching his mugshot go viral. No formal apology, no statement from his legal team. The silence is deafening. Some speculate his lawyers are advising him to stay quiet. Others think he's simply in shock. Either way, the disconnect between his public persona and legal reality is jarring. Behind the scenes, his legal team is reportedly scrambling to manage the fallout. But even the best PR couldn't spin this as a minor setback. Too many questions remain unanswered. Naturally, the internet is divided. Some fans claim this is karma for past behavior. Others think Chris is being unfairly targeted, especially after he publicly supported Tory Lanez, who was recently sentenced in a controversial case involving Megan Thee Stallion. Rumors suggest Chris became a target as a result, and some even believe The Sun intentionally lined him up to manufacture a scandal. It's impossible to know what's true. But one thing is clear, the court of public opinion is already in session, and the real court isn't far behind. So here we are, a world tour in ruins, a superstar locked up in a foreign country, a legal case that could rewrite the next chapter of Chris Brown's career, if not end it entirely. Was this justice catching up to him, or was it the latest in a long line of traps set for black entertainers with messy pasts? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this isn't the last we'll hear of it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Breezy being dragged down or finally facing the consequences?